The story starts with an ugly loser, beta male, with no magic power and no Riz, standing before an elite man. The man looks down on him and says to him that he is ugly as fuck, low life, worthless piece of shit who doesn't even have any magic. The man points his finger at him and says to prove he is not a piece of shit. So the boy throws a fireball that doesn't even scratch his dress. The man declares that according to the father of magic, William Bordeaux, the most important thing for a mage is bloodline, effort, and talent. And he lacks all of them. Among them, bloodline is a prerequisite. As the man prepares to end his life, he declares that magic will not smile upon a piece of shit like him. Now the man releases his magic, and his whole body is burning to ashes, along with a loud scream that can be heard from a long distance. As he is on the edge of death, he smiles, marveling at the power of magic. This is the kind of magic a gifted noble can wield. Despite the immense pain, he found it beautiful and magnificent. Before he dies, he wishes to have magic and learn about it more to the infinity. The main character opens his eyes only to find himself surrendered by maids. All the maids are extremely happy as the seventh prince is born. Without knowing what is going on and in an unconscious mind, he uses his magic and boom. There was a huge explosion on the castle. The news of the seventh prince being born spread throughout the whole city. In the castle, all the maids are in shock after the explosion that occurred by the seventh prince, who just came to word 5 seconds ago. After 13 years, the seventh prince, Lloyd, is hiding from the maids so that he can sneak out. However, he comes across 2 men, and he requests that they not make a fuss. One of the men asks if he wants to go out for a hunt, but he has already run away. As Lloyd is running, it is revealed from the discussion of one of the men that, behind the seventh prince, he is way out of the legacy of the crown. It is also revealed that he started to read magic books instead of picture books after his birth. Not only that, he also refused to drink his mother's milk like a gentleman would do. One of the men thinks that the seventh prince is actually the reincarnation of William Bordeaux, also known as the father of magic, but the other man thinks it is impossible. Now Lloyd reveals that he is indeed reborn, and the memories of his past life are still intact. But why he was reborn as a seventh prince is still a mystery to him, and he doesn't care a bit about legacy or glory. All he cares about is magic, only magic. Can we stop for a bit and take a look at the main character? WTF? Is he the seventh prince or the seventh princess? Look at those things. Anyway, now, he is in the library, since it is the storehouse of knowledge, and he has almost read all the books. So the library is his favorite place. You can tell by looking at him. As he is about to read a book, Silpha, his personal maid who had been assigned to teach him, approaches and says he has to train swordsmanship, otherwise she won't let him read magic books. Thus, reluctant Lloyd is now training with Silpha. During the training, Lloyd doesn't seem to understand why he has to learn sword fighting, since being the seventh prince, he doesn't even have a chance for the throne. Silpha says that being into the royal family, it is important to know how to handle a sword. Damn. She looks hot. Anyway, it's been 3 years since she has been appointed for his education. Since then, it has become her purpose in life. Lloyd knows that if the training won't stop until evening if he doesn't do well. So, Lloyd decides to use magic in order to done with this training and read fucking books. He uses control-type magic to manipulate Silpha's every movement. It's like fighting a mirror image of her. But there's still a gap in strength, stamina, and height. Because of those gaps, he is always at a disadvantage. But he overcomes those gaps by using magic. Basically, he is cheating. Silpha can see he is getting well day by day. However, she is holding back. Thus the training continues. Their wooden swords clashing with each other's sounds can be heard, and the speed was fast. Silpha can detect sudden changes in his movement. Lloyd decides to go with his finishing blow, so he gets at the back of her and charges toward her. But Silpha blocks the attack easily and declares that he is cheating, and a shocked face can be seen on his face. Thus Lloyd is now defeated, whereas Silpha is proud of him being so talented and wonderful. She hugs her and says that she is very happy to know that he is using 2 magic at a time, which is a difficult thing to do for a good semi-level mage. However, Lloyd says to himself that he is actually using 4 magic spells. Now the moment we all have been waiting to see, which is the legendary bath like you saw in other ecchi anime. As the evening comes, Silpha takes Lloyd to the girls' bathroom. He is trying hard to leave, saying that he can take his bath by himself. But Silpha won't let him because he will read books instead of baths. Lloyd in his mind states that all he wanted is to read some magic book and get it. Why the FGG is he here? Bro who wouldn't mind staying in the girl's bathroom. As he is a bad boy and doesn't listen, the other maids say be a good boy, otherwise the forbidden library's demon will eat him. Curiosity rises in Lloyd, and he wonders what the hell is that. So the maids say a long time ago their nation was almost destroyed by that demon. But with the help of countless mages, the demon was sealed away in a book and kept in the castle's forbidden underground library. Silpha says this can be a fairy tale, and Lloyd will not get afraid of this silly story. But to their surprise, by the look of Lloyd, all the maids get the idea that he is scared, which is cute to them. But actually he is curious. So, it looks like curiosity rises instead of would. That's expected. I mean, the main character can't be a boy, since all the maid thinks he will pee in his bed if he sleeps alone. One of the maids says to sleep with her. Silpha refuses and declares that as she is the personal maid of his, she will be the one who is going to sleep with him. Thus all the maids wanted to sleep with him. With this, Lloyd gets the chance to escape. Now, the curious pussycat is heading towards the forbidden underground library, which is guarded by 2 soldiers. Anyway, with magic he skips being caught and proceeds to the library. However, the door is locked with high magic power, which is hard to unlock for most of the mage. But he isn't not an ordinary mage, but an extraordinary mage who is on another level. After he breaks a lock system, he enters only to be astonished by this secret library. Without wasting any time, he starts to read books. Suddenly a book flies up. This is a magic book that keeps the demon inside. The demon expresses surprise at breaking the library lock system despite being a tiny human. The demon introduces as Grim and asks to release him, also adding that the magic spell is gradually losing strength, so the spell will break after a decade. The demon, Grim, also offers him gold if he releases him. But that demon doesn't know that this boy is a magic frick. Observing the golds, Lloyd declares that it is fake, which is created by dust using magic. A shock can be seen on the demon's face. He also mentions that he will replace the spell with a new one which is more powerful, and with that the demon will have 0% chance to get out from the book. At this point the demon tries to lure him but fails. The demon, knowing that it won't work, but still says he will teach him about ancient magic. Curiosity rises on him. The demon is shocked and realizes that he is a true magic lover. The demon declares that he has a talent for magic, which reminds him about what the men told before he died in his past life. So, reminiscing what the men told, he says magic cannot shine without talent and bloodline. What the FT thick thighs. Anyway, Lloyd breaks the spell like it's nothing. The demon expresses his delightness upon getting released. Lloyd in a kindly manner asks about the promise. So the demon says he will now teach him a magic lesson with his Arctis Obscura. It hits him, and a big explosion can be seen. Now the demon expresses how foolish this boy is. Suddenly the smoke starts to clear, and Lloyd can be seen within a barrier. Witnessing this, the demon is like what the FT. On the other hand, Lloyd is amazed by this Arctis Obscura, witnessing its unique technique. Now with spelling eyes, Lloyd asks to show some more. This makes the demon angry and says to shut the FTK up while launching several Arctis Obscura. Those Arctis Obscura have 0 effects against Lloyd barrier. The demon is having a hard time with this barrier. Even though Arctis Obscura's magic wave is simple, he finds it fascinating. Now, he wants to feel what it is actually like to be hit by Arctis Obscura. So he creates a small passway for the Arctis Obscura, and it circles around his finger. He exclaims it is very painful, but no expression can be seen on his face. Lloyd, in an excited face, licks the blood on his finger and asks the demon what else he can do. This makes the demon shocked and pisses him off. Now here's come the special attack, the dual incantation. Lloyd observes this while the demon launches his special attack, Arctis Obscura Forta. On the other hand, Lloyd finds the dual incantation is impossible to do since 2 mouths are needed to chant the spell. So it's basically combining 2 spells in one. However, the demon is still unable to break his barrier, even though this was his most powerful attack. Lloyd, as usual, seems to be very excited to learn this technique, whereas the demon is shaking in fear. Lloyd looks at him like a puppy, and the demon decides to run. But the demon does not know that there is also a barrier that surrounds the whole library. Lloyd explains that since the castle is above them, he uses another barrier. Not only that, he also used barriers to protect those library books. The demon is sweating knowing that this kid is capable of creating multiple barriers. This pisses the demon off, and as the demon is about to hit him again with Arctis Obscura, Lloyd stops him in the midway and states that he saw that magic. Therefore, it's his turn now as he declares the demon to show his defense technique. Now, Lloyd turns into demon mode as he launches his attack Purulence Insinus. After a few seconds, the demon can be seen laying on the ground while crying. Lloyd goes near the demon and is disappointed for not defending the attack. Later, Lloyd uses magic to turn the library back to how it was. Seeing this, the demon is speechless now. At this point, the demon knows that this kid is not an ordinary mage, so he addresses him as master while saying that he never met such an amazing mage before. But Lloyd thinks he is the one who is amazing since demons like him cannot be killed by magic. Although the demon stays, it hurts a lot, but Lloyd is curious how much demons can take magic. This makes the demon shake as he thinks he is going to be tortured by him. So the demon begs to make him his familiar. At this point, the demon feels like he is a guinea pig who is ready to be experimented on. Lloyd agrees with the proposal, but with this form he stands out. So the demon transforms into a cute demon with hidden intentions behind. The demon thinks if he can't win in a fight, he can trick him by cuteness. Lloyd says to hop in his pocket. For the demon, it is a good chance for him to control his body being this close, but as he touches him, a shockwave runs through his body. The demon finds this kid's mana lever is very high to the point that the demon thinks he can't be human. So now the demon has no choice but to accept his fate as a faithful servant. Lloyd can see how he is shaking, so he asks if it is cold. Anyway, he rushes to read some books.